You're listening to 3 AM Whispers, short horror stories you should never watch alone. Tonight's story is called Room 304. I work night security at a small office building on the edge of the city. It's 6 floors, 1 elevator, and a lobby plant that's somehow older than half the staff. My shift starts at 10 p.m. and ends at 6 a.m. I thought the worst part would be staying awake. I was wrong. The worst part is room 304. Officially, 304 doesn't exist anymore. The door is sealed, the number plate is gone, and the whole 3rd floor was renovated last year after an accident. That's what management calls it, an accident. They don't like to talk about the man who didn't make it out. My first week on the job, the building manager pulled me aside. He said, "If the phone rings and the caller ID says 304, you let it ring. You don't answer. You don't go upstairs. You log the time and you forget about it." He laughed afterwards like it was a joke, but his eyes didn't laugh. For 6 months, the nights were boring. I watched cameras, scrolled my phone, walked the same hallways every hour. The 3rd floor always looked the same. Lights off, corridor empty, the door where 304 used to be covered in fresh white paint. Nothing special. Then, last Tuesday, at 3:01 a.m., the phone on my desk rang. I glanced at the caller ID. 4 numbers glowed on the screen. 304. I stared at it, waiting for it to stop. It didn't. The ringing just kept going. Slow, steady, patient. I told myself it was a glitch. Maybe it was testing something. Maybe there was some leftover wiring from before the renovation. I picked up the receiver and muttered, "Security desk speaking." At first, I thought the line was dead. Just a faint hiss, like an old tape. Then I heard breathing. Not heavy, not dramatic, just a tired, shaky breath right next to the speaker. "Hello?" I asked. "Who's there?" A man's voice answered. Quiet, hoarse, very, very close. "Why did you lock the door?" I swallowed. "Sir, this line is for the security office only. Which floor are you on?" Silence. Then softly, "It's so dark in here, and the smoke is getting thicker." The hairs on my arms stood up. The accident last year. I'd heard it was a fire. 3rd floor. 1 man trapped inside. Door jammed. "Who is this?" I whispered. "You were at the desk," the voice said. "You saw the alarms. You knew I was still on this floor. Why didn't you come back for me?" My throat went dry. "I wasn't here last year. I started this job 6 months ago." "You've got the wrong person," I said. "I just started." The voice cut me off. "No," it replied. "You've been here every night. You're at the desk right now. Blue uniform, coffee cup. The camera above your head is blinking. You keep glancing at it when you're bored." I slowly looked up at the camera above my monitor. The tiny red light was on, blinking, just like he said. "Look at the hallway feed," the voice whispered. 3rd floor." My hand trembled as I switched to the 3rd floor camera. The corridor appeared on the screen. Long, empty, lit only by the dim emergency lights. For a moment, nothing moved. Then the door, where room 304 used to be, shuddered. Someone on the other side was pushing. The handle twisted. Once, twice, harder. The whole frame rattled. In my ear, the voice was now choking, coughing, gasping for air. "It's so hot," it wheezed. "Why did you lock the door? Why did you leave me?" I yanked the headset away and slammed it down on the desk. The phone kept ringing, even while it was on the hook. On the camera feed, the door to 304 stopped shaking. Slowly, very slowly, the frame of the video began to darken, as if smoke was filling the hallway. Then, in the middle of the static, a shape pressed up against the lens. A hand, burned, blistered, fingers spread, dragging down the screen, leaving a trail of grey. The monitor went black. The phone stopped. In the silence, the only sound was my own breathing, and the faint smell of smoke that had no reason to be there. The building manager reviewed the logs the next morning. According to him, third-floor cameras never glitched. The phone never rang, and no calls came from 3:04 at 3:01 a.m. He just patted my shoulder and said, "Long nights can play tricks on you. Don't let the ghosts of this place get to you." Last night, at exactly 3:01 a.m., the phone rang again. Caller ID 304. This time, I didn't pick up, but the smell of smoke is getting stronger. This was 3 a.m. Whispers. If you made it to the end, you're braver than most. Subscribe for more late-night stories, and whatever you do, don't answer strange calls after 3 a.m.